itself is simply a matter of perception. If if you enter through a door, right? Simultaneously, you're going in and going out, isn't it? Any door you enter, the same act is taking you into something and taking you out of something, right? And similarly, depending on from where you are looking from, if you're looking from the outside, let's say there is a door and there's a house, and you walk in from the outside to the inside, now you have recognized that everything that is not this house is outside. But if you were to look at it being in the world, you can say that everything that is inside that room is actually outside of this world, outside of these surroundings. It's just language. It's a matter of saying that, this is inside and that is outside. If there are two rooms and you enter from one to another, you would not be able to tell, are you going in or going out? It's a matter of perception. But more importantly, with yourself, see, when you begin your meditations, of course you are traveling inward, because you have to recognize that that is outside and this is inside, and I am trying to seek answers inside. Because otherwise, for us, outside is literally the world of ideas, the world of concepts, people, emotions. It's all outside. Everything that you perceive on the inside, like body sensations, thoughts, desires, your breath, this is all what we consider inside. Now, this inside-outside business will be there till you become enlightened, till you become awakened. In fact, the whole purpose of awakening is to try and see what is inside and what is outside. Really, when you start going deeper and deeper, and you start connecting with what you call the inner things, your thoughts and desires, a moment will come when you will realize there is no inside outside. Either everything is inside or everything is outside. You can say this whole universe, everything is happening inside my mind, inside something. Or you can say everything is outside of me. I'm not a part of any of this. This is what an awakened person concludes at the end of his life, at the end of his journey. Either everything is inside or everything is outside. The division at this point in time with you is, you think you are here. I mean, you have an absolute division between inside and outside, isn't it? I mean, that's why every time I tell people, go in. You'll have to understand how difficult it is to hold on to these ideas of inside, outside, and communicate something, in a way that people can understand. I mean, this is why teaching for an awakened person is extraordinarily difficult. It is not an easy thing. No wonder that's why a lot of awakened people just decide to remain silent, remain quiet. Because the whole perception, the whole landscape has changed. Now, every time I say go inward, I know that there is no in. But that is the only language you will understand. Oh, I need to watch my thoughts. I need to watch my breath. But I know that the more you try to go inward, you're actually coming out. Both are happening simultaneously. Going in and coming out. in is the way out. See, we don't see it. We just keep walking farther and farther into ourselves. A day will come when we'll realize we're just out of it. The more we continue to watch our thoughts, a moment will come when we are outside of thoughts. This is the whole beauty of meditation. This is the whole magic of meditation. You don't try to run away from your problems. See, that is what we do in the world. The moment we have one problem, we don't want to deal with it. We just want to distract ourselves with something else so that we can avoid that problem. I mean, this is why entertainment is such a big entertainment. Because it gives us a respite. It gives us a break. It gives us, an opportunity to be lost in some thought process. Not that we have solved the problem. We have only busied ourselves in some activity so that we don't see the problem. In meditation, it's exactly the opposite. Here, we actually move towards our problems. We get to the root of our problems. We try and watch each and every thought that is causing the problem. That is why meditation is extremely difficult initially, because you are willfully going into the battleground of your thoughts. And that's why first few days it's absolute chaos, it's absolute turmoil. And that's when you'll realize, what is this thing? Why am I having these random, unconnected, arbitrary thoughts? There's no connection whatsoever. And yet I hold on to it as if, my life depends on it. It is everything for me. And the more you go into your problems, the more deeper you go into it, a day will come when you will step out of it. That's the beauty of meditation. Initially, you need to have courage to watch the disturbance that is your own mind, that is your own body. If you're able to be with it for a while, then you will see the door. See, your body is what defines inside and outside. If you actually think about it, imagine if you did not have a body. At this very moment, just assume that you don't have a body. And it's not difficult to assume, because that is how it is. It's only in your thoughts and your imagination that your body is really firm. It's there. Otherwise, it's not at all difficult to drop the body. Think about it. All you have to do is just close your eyes. When you close your eyes, you're not seeing your body. And that is all dropping is. You don't have to drop yourself. You don't have to fall down. Just drop your body, as in drop the idea of the body. And just be with whatever existentially that is happening there. If you're seeing darkness, just continue to see it. But don't attach it to the body. See, just close your eyes. Well, it's very simple. Just being there. And as long as you are stuck to this body, there will always be an inside and outside. Because you think you're operating from inside the body, when in reality you're actually operating outside of it. You are all around the body. You are the mist, the cloud that surrounds the body, the cloud of consciousness. You are not stuck in one place. So when the body dissolves, the distinction between outside and inside dissolves, isn't it? Now, let me again come back to the example of the door. Now, what is a door? If you actually think about it, what is a door? A door is simply empty space. Really, the only thing that doesn't exist is the door, isn't it? We tend to think oh, there is a door, I need to enter, I need to go in, I need to go out. But if you actually think about it, it is just an arbitrary division that outside of the door and inside of the door is purely imagined. Everything belongs to the same space. Body is just like that door. It might be a little difficult to understand this. Let me try and explain this. I mean, what is the definition of a door? Door is not wooden or metal or this or that. The most important quality of a door is it should allow you to enter. So basically, there should be nothing there. That is what a door is. Now, what defines the door is the boundaries of the wall. It is really not the door. The door is created because of the walls. It's the same with our body. Our body is the door. Not getting it?
Yeah, I am.
It is non existential. It is an absolute reality for us because that is how strongly attached we are to our thoughts. Otherwise, that is the only portal through which you can experience something real. Only through your body, only by being closest to your body can you try and explore what life is. Just think about this for a moment. Throughout the day, you're simply drifting in thoughts, constantly thinking, dreaming, imagining. You're never with the body, right? And when you sit in meditation, why is there so much of disturbance, so much of turmoil? Because for the first time, you are not allowed to drift in your thoughts. You have to be here. You have to be firm and you have to observe what is happening here. And you can see all the disturbances, you can listen to them. And for the first time, you can connect all that to the body. Otherwise, you have a body, but most of the time you're just thinking. Most of the time you're just lost in thoughts. Meditation is really a way of trying to find this door first. Where is the door? And trying to search for the door in thoughts is just futile. Trying to find solutions for our lives in thinking is absolutely futile. Because there is something real, something physical through which we can experience ourselves. Right? And that happens only when you sit still and try and find that center. Otherwise, we are just simply drifting in thoughts. So it doesn't matter whether you think you're going inward or you're going outward, as long as you're continuing to observe. A day will come when you will realize what is inside and what is outside. Really, what you're seeking is neither hidden somewhere inside, nor it is only on the outside. What you're seeking is a completeness, a totality which occupies every single point in space. In fact, space itself is a part of that. The idea of space, the idea of time, the idea of body, the idea of mind, the idea of ideas, everything is contained in that self. So for that consciousness, there's really no distinction at all between inside and outside. Even to say that we are all within that consciousness is still wrong, because consciousness doesn't contain anything. It is independent. It is extremely, it's a totally different reality altogether. It is within everything, but it, it is not attached to anything. It contains everything, but it is actually not holding anything. It is attached and detached at the same time. See, and realization is all about connecting with this zone of consciousness. That is all self realization is. It is to move away from the attachment to the body towards the attachment of that consciousness. And when you connect with your consciousness, it is not even an attachment, it is just being with it. So go in, go in, go in. It's like you jump into a well and you keep falling and falling and falling. And after some time, you get tired of falling and you stop even observing it and you continue to fall. And a moment will come when you will realize that you're not even falling. Only when you look at the walls is there a realization that you're falling. Otherwise, if you close your eyes, imagine if you've been falling for 10 days. Just continuously you're falling. You will completely forget. You will start arranging yourself, you'll start adjusting your dress. If you're falling for 10 days, the whole idea of falling disappears. Then you will start figuring out what to do there, you know. Meditation is like falling and falling. Initially, that experience, oh, I'm falling into something, is a lot more. And then slowly the walls dissolve and you become still. And then a moment will come when you will realize that you have come outside of that well. And you've come to the exact same point where you started. It's a loop. It's a weird loop. You go farther and farther, you're actually going in circles and coming back to the starting point. But the difference is, this time, you've had the complete experience of knowing who you are. That circling itself, that experience itself has transformed you fully. See, this is why meditation doesn't change your thoughts, it doesn't change your desires, it doesn't change your body, but it changes you. It ripens your understanding of life, it deepens your understanding of life. You would be able to see things so clearly. You know, the more deeper you go into meditation, every point of existence illuminates with that light of consciousness. Every blade of grass, every beam of light, you will never be able to see the existence in the same way. You will see that there is something different about this place. And you can actually feel it, you can touch it, you can experience it. And you can see everything as an extension of you, not something separate. See, as of now, everything is separate, isn't it? You're there, I'm here, the world is out there, I'm here. This body has created a great division. Body is a great divider. It divides your whole universe into two halves, inner and outer. And this is where the whole turmoil is. To try and figure out, where are you? Are you inside or are you outside? Just when that idea dissolves, there is no inside, there is no outside, there is only this. And this does not contain any inside outside because it is formless, it is shapeless. It is just the present, it is just the aliveness, it is just the consciousness. Now, this cannot have in and out. Till we come to that realization, there will always be this turmoil. Where are we going? And that's why some people don't like the idea of going in. It's like, where am I going? I don't want to go into some deep, dark corner of my mind and get stuck there. I mean, people have these ideas the more deeper they go into meditation. Say, especially if you're not meditating and if you're just watching somebody meditating, you might feel that, oh, he's going into some deep corner of his mind and he'll never be able to come out. He'll never be able to live normally. He'll never be able to enjoy life like before. He's going somewhere. What they don't realize, he's not going anywhere. He's going in a loop. He's going to come back. When he comes back so much more richer, so much more complete, so much more certain, so much more assured of himself. This whole, this journey is what separates him from everything else. That journey itself has transformed him. So it doesn't matter whether it's inside or outside. There is no inside, there is no outside. It's just being in the moment.